What the fuck's going on this team, Jerry?
Bury him! Bury him!
Jerry, TJ Watt.
He is the best defensive player on the planet.
Go! Yes! Yes! We're going to fire! Steelers fans! Bang! Run it down their throat!
No! That's not a penalty!
Game over! Game over! Don't ask me to do nothing! This is nothing!
He's aggressive.
Hello. Welcome back to another episode of the Steel Here podcast, where I'm your host, Kevin Adams, alongside my partner in crime, Jersey Jerry. Jerry Don, it is week 11 of the NFL season. Pittsburgh Steelers sit at 5-4. We are coming home after getting our asses pounded in by the Los Angeles Chargers. We are going to play a team who broke our hearts not more than a month ago, the Cincinnati Bengals. Do you think it's going to look any different on Sunday, Jerry, or are the Bengals just going to pick up right where they left off with Joe Flacco torching us?
Well, I hope it's different. We need it to be different. This team needs it to be different, man. If not, we're in for a long night. I think it'll be. I do want to say, I don't think they're going to go as crazy as they went in the first game. I think they'll get theirs. You know what I mean? I think they're going to get theirs. Mm-hmm. It's just tough to stop those two guys, man. I mean, it's almost impossible to stop them. You know, they're just that good, those two together. And with Flacco slinging it, getting the ball out quick like he was when we last played, it's going to be tough to stop. I think they can control them up into a certain point. I don't think Flacco's going to throw for that many yards like last time, but I think they're going to get theirs.
Jerry, do you know what's irritating as fuck about the Cincinnati Bengals? We play them. They look absolutely electric against us. They score at will. And then they've damn near done nothing since then. Like, it's just the Steelers are slump beaters, baby. You want to, you're in a slump. You want to get points on the board. Play the Steelers defense. Now, one thing I do want to say, they went out and they signed Asante Samuel Jr., Jerry. We begged for it. I mean, we were begging for it. We wanted it. We needed it. But I know you're a little bit devastated because in our Steel Here group chat, Casey mentions, he's like, wow, they got Asante Samuel. I'm in. Jerry's like, nope, I'm out. Even signing Asante Samuel Jr. does not move the needle for Jerry. But I love it, Jerry, because...
Listen, it's good. I'm not saying it's not good. It's good.
Sure.
The thing is how much money you want on that defense, man. How much you think one guy is going to change this on it's just, there's so much money on that side of the ball. And nothing has changed. They've tried different combinations of guys. They tried switching guys around, filling this guy. Nothing's working. Maybe it's Asante Samuel. I hope so. But I don't know. I don't see it. Hopefully he's great, but I don't know.
I mean, when I went back and watched that Chargers game, we did sack his ass 5 times. So we put him on the ground a lot, and we dominated the Chargers offensive line. I mean, the Steelers pass rush, Cam Hayward, Y.A. Black had maybe the best game of his career so far in the regular season. Like, we dominated them, and it still wasn't enough in the second half simply because the secondary cannot hold up. Like, if it is longer, and we've said this for weeks now, if it's longer than 2.5 seconds, they're fucking done. That's embarrassing that they cannot hold coverage for longer than 2. Ball snap, bang, guys wide open. I want to see Asante Samuel on the outside. I want to see Joey Porter Jr. on the outside. I want to see Brandon Echols in the slot, Ramsey and Duggar on the back end, and hopefully you get Deshaun Elliott back, which we still don't have any updates if he's done for the year or what they're doing with that. But if you can get him back, I think it really then gives you the type of secondary maybe that can contend a little bit better. I think, honestly, what you see a lot of is Darius Slade doesn't have the legs under him, and they're having to use Brandon Echols in places I don't want to have to see Brandon Echols. On the outside, I'd rather him remain inside the slot. With a guy, and you saw him practice for the first time today in Asante Samuel Jr., he still looks fast. If nothing else, I just want to see guys that are fucking fast out there. I don't care about how talented they are or what they can do. As long as they're not getting fucking torched because they have legs under them, I can at least entertain the idea that maybe that's what it's going to require.
Yeah, no, I could agree with that. At least, we'll hope that he doesn't get fucking cut. I mean, Slay just gets, he gets abused back there, man. Slay gets abused back there, and it's got to stop. And, this is a big pickup for the Steelers. I hope it works out. Like you said, if anything, at least he's fucking fast, He has also great ball skills. Bad tackler, but great ball skills. Does he play this week? Do you think he plays?
Highly fucking doubt it.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think it's going to take him at least a week or two to get ramped up.
I mean, he hasn't played football in now, I want to say 14 months. So
yeah.
That's a long time. I think that it will take him at least a week. I'm hoping that we see him in Chicago for that Bears game.
Yeah.
I think that's a fair timeline in order to get him back. It's going to be interesting to see how they plug him in. I just don't want it to be one of those things. Oh, he can't get on a moving train. I don't want to hear that. I do not want to fucking hear that about this guy.
Tomlin will say something like that.
Oh, without a doubt. But something that's interesting is a lot of people are like, oh, they signed him to the practice squad. Another team can poach him. What people don't know is you can protect players on your practice squad.
Yeah.
You have the ability to protect up to 3 guys. So it's not as though he can just get poached. And by the same token, I'm sure the Steelers signed him. Remember, he wasn't even supposed to come in until today. He was supposed to come in Wednesday. Mm-hmm. And the Steelers signed him yesterday on Tuesday. So I'm hoping that there was just some conversation that's like, look, we're going to sign you to the 53. No doubt about it. We're not putting you on the practice squad. We're going to sign you to the 53. As soon as you're ready to go and your legs are under you and you feel like you're ready to go, we're going to bring you up. I would imagine that's a conversation that was had. And that's why he skips coming in, passes his physical. We find out he passes his physical. His surgeon he is the team surgeon for the Steelers, the surgeon that performed his spinal fusion, and he medically cleared him. I think that would have a lot to do with it. And people are like, well, the guy hasn't been signed in 14 months. He's a free agent. He can't be that good. He had to be medically cleared. And if there's one guy on this entire fucking planet that knows whether or not he's going to be good, it's going to be the man who gave him the surgery, who also works for the Steelers.
Exactly.
So I'm out on the Steelers. Like we said, after the Chargers loss, I'm out until we can see them turn it around. Looking at the next 2 weeks, though, if you can somehow beat the Bengals, which is going to be very hard, but I'll be shocked if we lose back-to-back times to the fucking Bengals and Joe Flacco. But if they can win that game and go to Chicago and we can somehow get this fucking wagon to 7-4, that might be time to then maybe believe a little bit, Jerry. Can we get you back in at all?
Yeah, they have to beat the Bengals. That's mandatory. You lose to the Bengals. It's over. I mean, it's probably officially done.
Season's done. You lose to the Bengals, I think it's absolutely cooked.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to, with these stretch of games we got, 5-5 is not good. It's not. It's just, what pisses me off is we had this division, man. We had it. It was ours. It was ours. There was no stopping this team if they don't lose some of these games they lost. I mean, there's just no stopping them. Ravens start 1-5. No Joe Burrow. I mean, what the fuck? What more do you want, man? What more do you want? And they just couldn't get it fucking done, man. That's what pisses me off, is we were in a spot to run away with this. Listen, Packers game, they're a good football team. Not saying they're a dog shit. That's a good football team, okay? We lost that game fair. We got no business losing to Joe Flacco, man.
No.
Got no business losing to him, dude.
No, and I think those are the ones that piss me the fuck off. And looking back on it, the Seattle loss, maybe it doesn't look so bad. Okay, so I can swallow a couple of these losses after you're through halfway through the season. You can see the teams that are decent. There's a very good chance Seattle's a top 5 team in the NFL, maybe top 3.
Yeah.
Darnold's playing great football. They have really good pass catchers. That's okay. I can swallow that one. Losing the Flacco game really fucking sucked. Losing last Sunday, not just losing, but getting your heads pounded in sucked. The game that pisses me off most is that Packers game, though. And it is simply because they had a 9-point lead at the half, and then in the second half, they just completely
I know. We should have won that game, man. We should have.
But we're always doing the we should have. We're always doing the we should have, Jerry. In the last 14 games, the Steelers are 5-9. In the last 14 games played, the Pittsburgh Steelers are 5-9.
Holy shit! Wow,
that's terrible. That's
they had the bad run at the end last year. Yeah, for sure.
Yes, and that's the thing. You a minute ago you say that we gave the division away. We absolutely gave it away, but we gave it away last year too. We were 10-3, 10-3 with Russell Wilson at the goal line against the Ravens, fumble, and from that moment forward, season has been fucked.
Yeah.
It's just that's that little shit. One thing I want to ask you.
Shout out Russie. His career is done. Shout out him. Respect. I was the number 1 Russie rider for a long time. Jameis is in there now. It's over. It's curtains for Russie. Yeah, just a great career. Just wanted to give him a special shout out. And, we're thinking about him.
Fuck Russell Wilson, Jerry. But yeah, shout him out. I do want to, now that you say it, I want to say something because it's pretty fucking interesting. Russell Wilson, 2024. Aaron Rodgers, 2025. I'm going to read you these stats. This is going to fuck you up mentally because it's taken me a while to swallow this. Russ was 4-1 in his first 5 starts. He went 2-5 over the next 7. Aaron Rodgers starts 4-1 his first 5 starts. He's 1-3 so far his next 4. Russ had 225.6 yards per game. Rodgers has 205.9 yards per game. Russ had 7.4 yards per attempt. Rodgers has 6.8 yards per attempt. Russ had 43.6 success rate. Rodgers has 43.5 success rate. His passer rating is 63.7. Aaron Rodgers' passer rating, 66.8. Completion percentage, rather. Passer rating. Russell Wilson, 95.6. Aaron Rodgers, 97.2. QBR, both terrible. 47.9 for Russ. 44.9 for Rodgers. PFF grade, 79.5 for Russ. 63.6 for Aaron Rodgers.
Wow. That's not good. They're pretty identical.
Basically the same fucking guy. They're basically the same guy. And I don't feel that way, though. I feel as though Aaron Rodgers is much better, but the numbers say not the case. Are you worried about Rodgers?
I know. The thing is, too, I mean, Rodgers is he's not throwing for a bunch of yards.
Not at all. Not at all.
200 yards a game is nothing.
Jerry, that's like Kenny Pickett bad.
Yeah,
that's some Kenny Pickett.
The only thing that's saving him is the touchdown passes.
Absolutely, 100%. I think all of this comes back to the reason that the Steelers even are in the position that they're in at 5-4, because it could be much worse. Is all the takeaways. It's going to continue to come back to that. This is another game on Sunday against the Chargers. No takeaways, no win. We're going to have to see until we can see them prove that they can win football games without having all the takeaways. I just think they're pretenders.
I don't think they can. I don't think this team can.
I just don't know that the offense is good enough, and I'm starting to have my real, genuine concerns about Arthur Smith, Jerry. I have genuine Arthur Smith concerns at this point. The numbers came out on his usage of the guys in this offense, and Tomlin said something. And again, every time he says something that pisses me off, I am just more and more irate than I was the week prior with Mike Tomlin. This week, he has asked, can we get Jaylen Warren? Do you think we're going to see more Jaylen Warren on third down? He says, well, if we win more third downs, Warren will get more chances. Jerry, instead, Kenneth Gainwell outsnapped Jaylen Warren on Sunday against the Chargers.
It's dude, it's crazy. And also that comment from him, I listened to the presser as well. Hey, buddy, maybe go for it a little bit on fourth down. How about that? Because if you can't keep getting third downs, why don't you try to at least get it on fourth down? There's another down to be played if you want it, which they rank dead last in the league, which Tom, listen, he's just... I'm right there with you now, Kev, man. I've been on the fence for the last, I think, 2-3 years while we're doing this show. This is our 4th year in the show?
Yes, sir, 4th year.
I say the last 2 years, I've kind of been on the fence. I'm back. I get back in, and I'm out, and I'm on the fence, and I say he's great one week, and the next week I'm like, what the fuck? Out? He's not great. I think I'm out.
We're out, Jerry. There's no going back. Even when they win, I still want him fucking gone. Yeah. I still want him gone. And this is why. Up until that final possession, Jaylen Warren had played 3 more snaps than Kenneth Gainwell. 3 more. That's basically a 50-50 split. Kenneth Gainwell did outsnap him when the game was ended just because Jaylen Warren didn't play the final drive when the game was already out of hand.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes.
That means nothing, though.
Sure, it means nothing. However, they end up with basically a 50-50 snap count. He says, when Tomlin says that, we're not going to put him on the field on third down until we start winning some third downs, don't you think it would be beneficial to have your significantly better playmaker on the field on third down to then get the first down? The Steelers started that game 0 for 9 on third downs. 0 for 9. They finished 2 of 11. And instead, Jaylen Warren saw 0 third down snaps. Not a single fucking third down snap. Comparatively speaking, this is insane. Kenneth Gainwell averages 4.2 yards per catch. Jaylen Warren averages 9.3 yards per catch.
For the season?
Yes. And that guy's not on the fucking field on third downs.
I'll tell you what.
It's brain dead shit, Jerry. It's brain dead shit.
Tell you what, I'm not going to reveal my sources. You can, people listening, you could use your imagination on this one. A Super Bowl winning coach called me the other day. Said it was probably one of the worst offensive calls he's ever seen in a game, especially with prime time, everybody watching, the whole NFL watching, fans all over the world watching. One of the worst games he's ever seen called from an offensive coordinator. And so you do what you want with that. That's from a Super Bowl winning coach.
Can't imagine who it might be, Jerry.
Yeah, I can't imagine either.
It's I would just love to see the Steelers do something a little bit different.
You know what it is, Kevin? And I'm going to ask this question. We're recording tomorrow with Julian Edelman. Edelman has, on the Wake Up Barstool show, Edelman has said in the past, I'm going to ask him about it, they know what the Steelers are doing all the time. I want him to go in depth a little bit and explain to me.
Get it out of him. Get it out of him.
I want to ask him that question tomorrow on the show because everything is probably, on offense, defense side of the ball, everything's probably just so simple. It's probably high school shit.
And he's the guy to ask because he said in the past, he's one of the guys we constantly say. Edelman talked about how he used to torch the Steelers because it was so easy to play against. I want you to pepper him, Jerry. Everything he'll tell you, get it out there because we need all the fucking ammo we can get in this move on from Mike Tomlin fucking saga that we're in right now. I can't do it. I can't do the timeshare with your best, most impactful player. And it comes back again to Arthur Smith. Jerry, he used to do this. This is why they fired him in Atlanta. He was the head coach and the offensive coordinator, basically the play caller. And he would play Cordero Patterson over Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, man. He has an obsession for these positions and these changes and these tight ends, all these, and they move around. So 1 week is Freiermuth, 1 week is Darnell Washington. Did Darnell Washington play 40 snaps that game?
No, he played. Oh, okay, let's get to it. Let's do the Darnell Washington snap tracker, which we know if he plays more than 40 snaps, Pittsburgh Steelers are undefeated, 8-0, have never lost, and absolutely drop their hammer on everybody that they play when he plays more than 40 snaps. How many snaps do you think he got?
36.
25. Not even remotely close to 40. Not even that guy has been basically a cog. He pretty much willed our offense through the Colts game. Rodgers is looking to him all over the place, getting him the ball out in space. He's dominating blocking, opening up holes on the outside. 25 fucking snaps. There's just no rhyme or reason, Jerry. We've said this for weeks now. When something is going good, it's as if the Steelers are like, whoa, let's not do that again.
Yeah.
Let's not try and fucking play good football now. Let's not be crazy. And then they just don't do it. They'll go away from it. And now this Sunday, you'll probably see Darnell Washington play fucking 60 snaps.
Yep, I know. Arthur Smith is weird with that too. It's like the constant changing of different, looks and different players on the field. I mean, from Roman Wilson to Calvin Austin, Freiermuth, all these guys are just, some are on the field, some are not. It's just crazy. The offense has yet to get in an actual rhythm.
When do we this is a lot of way into the season at this point. We really don't see the Steelers offense methodically move downfield.
No,
we've said this for
time of possession has to be horrible.
They're getting dominated in time of possession.
Has to be.
Sunday was the first game this entire season the Steelers have not given up 20 or more first downs.
Wow, that's crazy.
Entire season, dating back to week 11 of last season. They have
Kevin. They got to be outgained in every game. I don't know the stats, but they're probably is getting out. They're probably getting outscored.
Well, at this point, the Steelers they break about even in terms of scoring. The only thing keeping them in it is they're still +6 in the turnovers department. That's the only good stat that we have is that they're still +6 in the turnovers department. Everything else absolutely getting dominated statistically by the teams that they play. Time of possession, they about 7 minutes less. They're averaging only 55 snaps per game offensively. That is the lowest the Steelers have had in 40 some years. 55 snaps. They Jerry, because they don't get first downs on third down. For their first 9 third downs. 0 for their first 9.
Yeah, man, it's bad, Kev. It's grim, man. It's grim. And you know what? I hate the motherfuckers that are out there that say the Steelers are spoiled. I mean, this is a decade now. More, dude, more. I mean, honestly, I'm with you on that take that you had, last year and the year before. Rather just suck for a year or two,
I
man.
just want to eat shit. I just want to eat shit. And it's not even because
Yeah,
I want Tomlin to go. I think that would help get him the fuck out of town. But it's more so you're not gonna improve with Mike Tomlin simply because I do think that he's a decent coach. He's good enough to keep a high floor and a low ceiling, and
yeah,
you're always going to perennially be around 8 to 10 wins, which means draft middle, stay middle. It's just a redundant cycle.
yeah.
I would love to see a terrible year, and honestly, it should have been a few years ago when we started like 2-5 or something, and you and I were asking for losses, and somehow these motherfuckers end up sneaking backdoor into the playoffs.
I know.
We need just one of those eat shit years.
Look at the Patriots, man. They were great for so many years.
Yep, they ate shit for 3 years.
Ate shit for a couple of years, right? They ate shit for a couple of years, missed some playoffs, right?
Yep.
And they got a good draft pick. And look at them now. They got a great quarterback, the Super Bowl MVP probably up until this point right now. They're what, 8-2?
Yep. And Jerry, isn't that something? Because the fans are like, oh, you wouldn't want to, you would be devastated if the Steelers only won 4 games and didn't make the playoffs. I'd be fucking pissed off. Don't get me wrong. I would be absolutely pissed off. But at a certain point, my expectations would be lower for that season. And then I would be wanting to see them lose specifically for draft positioning to look ahead to the future. And also it's a pretty simple concept. If you have high-end draft picks, the odds that you're going to hit on a much bigger home run player are significantly higher. And we don't have a franchise quarterback. So you want to get a franchise quarterback, you got to shovel shit. That's just how it goes. I would be okay with doing it. Jerry, what's one extra week of football when we get our shit pushed in the playoffs that we couldn't live without? I promise you, I could live without driving all the way to Baltimore or Kansas City or Buffalo and seeing us lose by fucking 30.
It's honestly probably, I mean, if it's going to be these one and dones in the playoffs, you might as well just not even go.
Right.
You might as well just not even fucking go. You might as well be fucking a 4, 5, 6 win team and for a couple years and try to, or a year, 2 years, whatever the case may be. People are right. Yeah, we're going to be pissed off. We're fans first. We're going to be angry. We're going to be bitching and complaining. But guess what? At least we'll know deep down this is probably beneficial for draft picks.
Jerry, in Pittsburgh, all the great teams, I'm talking Penguins too. The Pittsburgh Penguins came off a run. This is 20 years now of just pretty much incredible level of hockey. They were terrible in the early 2000s. Terrible. The team damn near left the city. If it's not for Mario Lemieux, buying the Penguins and reviving them, they damn near are gone. No more Pittsburgh Penguins. What do? They're terrible for years.
He froze, Kev.
There we go. We back? Yeah.
Yep, back.
They're terrible for years. They end up getting Marc-Andre Fleury, Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin, Chris Letang. They go on and win 3 Stanley Cups in a matter of 10 years. The Steelers, you go back to the early 2000s. There were some bad years in that middle run between Tommy Maddox and before you get Big Ben. You have to reach rock bottom, Jerry, sometimes before you can step forward. Take a step back to take a step forward. With Tomlin, I just don't know that they'll ever commit to taking that step backwards. What's up, guys? Just want to take a quick second to shout out our friends over at TickPick. You guys see me at the games. You see the seats that I have, the experiences that I get to enjoy, and that's all because of TickPick. If you're looking on the secondary market for tickets to a Steelers game and you're not using TickPick, you're honestly probably paying more than you should have to. There are no fees. It's upfront pricing, and you can use code STEELERS20 for $20 off your first order of game tickets. They're the best in the game, in my opinion, and I want you guys to be able to take advantage of how good their product is. So use TickPick moving forward. Let's get back to the episode.
Yeah, no, they won't. And he'll keep us somewhere around fucking 500, a game over 500, and maybe make the playoffs or maybe just miss the playoffs by a game or backdoor your way in, and then season's dead from there.
And it's a frustrating year because early in the season, we didn't see these issues that we knew ultimately we probably would see later in the year. And I'm talking about the wide receiver 2 spot.
God.
Listen, I want to say this on the record. So if this gets clipped, I want this to be part of what they clip. I love Calvin Austin. I do. I think he's a good football player. He's a wide receiver 3. He is a wide receiver 3. You need a wide receiver 2. Aaron Rodgers says it looks like on third downs, DK is getting doubled every time. He's right. DK is getting doubled 70% of the time on third down. 70% of the time he's getting doubled. So somebody else has to get open downfield. We're not talking tight ends. We're talking playmakers downfield. This is now year 2 of the Steelers not having a wide receiver 2, and it's fucking costing us. It took a little while to rear its ugly head, but now as we go into our 10th game of the season, you're seeing DK, Jerry, that's $30 million a year. He's nearly irrelevant. And I mean, sometimes blame him, but also I'm blaming Omar Khan for not putting a better team on the field for Aaron Rodgers, knowing he's 41, knowing you need a wide receiver 2. They couldn't get it done at the deadline. Maybe don't wait till the fucking deadline. Maybe don't trade George Pickens away. As much as he's a fucking head case, you think he's a head case, I think he's a head case. Man, it would have been nice to see George Pickens out there for one fucking season.
I know. They needed the draft pick that bad, man. Come on.
Right. A third round pick, and now the Cowboys are saying that they're going to end up tagging him, franchise tagging him. So if the Steelers would have let him play this season and then he hits the open market, the Steelers are at least getting a third round compensatory pick for him.
Same shit. Yeah, it's the same shit.
Worst part is the only additional benefit to trading him away was for a 5th round pick. You know, you get that extra 5. It's crazy. It is. It's fucking insane. And that's the type of shit that hurts, man.
And I think George is one of those guys too. I mean, we've said it, last year on this show. We get pissed when George goes nuts and fucking does crazy shit, of course. But, we know at the same time he's not getting the ball. What do you expect? We've said it a million times on this show. Yeah. He's pissed because he's not getting the ball. We understand he's a hothead, but he just never got the ball. Got the ball. Look at him now in Dallas. I mean, sure, you're going to deal with some of these unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. He probably only has 2 or 3 on the year, but he's getting the fucking ball nonstop, scoring touchdowns, making crazy plays.
Yeah, doing shit that we know he's capable. It was never a talent thing with George Pickens. No. It was an attitude thing. But I think if you feed him the ball, and we've long said this, maybe he's not a team player. I don't think he's a team player. I think that's totally okay to say. He's a me guy. Feed me and I'm happy. Okay? And that's most diva wide receivers. Is he a little bit on that extreme side of that? Absolutely. But man, it's hard for me to watch the Steelers offense just be so lethargic, and that comes down to they don't have any nice flow down the field. I think it's kind of crazy to not think George Pickens would have made a huge impact. I thought that when they traded him, they had a plan. The same way when they traded Deontay Johnson, who was another dickhead, that's fine. I thought they had a backup plan. There was no backup plan. This is 2 years now, no fucking backup plans. So Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Jerry, Rodgers says he hopes to see him get some first-team reps this week. You have to give him first-team reps. It can't possibly be fucking worse. That's all I'll say. It can't be worse than what we're seeing out of wide receivers too.
No, exactly. I think you're 100% right, Kevin. Listen, Calvin Austin, good football player, plays hard. We know that.
Yes.
Can make some explosive plays, but he's just not a 2. He's not a 2, man. We don't have another guy. We just don't have another guy. Teams have figured it out. Just double DK. Double DK, because it's going to take a little time for Calvin to get open, use his speed to get open, down the field. Tight ends on third down, it's not like 3rd and 9, 3rd and 12. They're not super fast. They can't get down the field like a wide receiver, So I don't know, man. I don't know. Just the wide receiver position, really, they just did the same shit as last year.
Yeah, they botched it. And so that's why all hail Omar Khan, the con artist, the con man. I agree. I think he's doing some great things. But I early on, when Khan came in, I was high on him, real high on him. Don't get me wrong. I love what he's doing. He's definitely had his missteps, and this wide receiver thing is a misstep. It's a huge misstep at this point, because you're just not going to contend if you can't put points on the board against the high scoring teams. And if the Steelers really had a chance early in that Chargers game, they needed to score on one of those early drives to take advantage of how well the defense was playing early, to kind of, be able to pin their ears back on defense and get home. They just never got in that position because they can't put points on the board. And teams, there's enough tape out there. We always say later in the season, the cream rises to the top. And that's simply because teams know your tendencies. They know how to beat you. They know your weaknesses, and they exploit them. DK gets the shit doubled out of him. Who are you afraid of? Who are you really afraid of?
Yeah.
There's no other weapon that you have to fear in that Steelers offense, as far as if they're going to keep Jaylen Warren off the field half the fucking time.
Yeah, that's the thing. The only other guy you should fear is Jalen Warren, but seems like he don't really play much.
That's the issue. That's the fucking issue. And another thing I think we have to hit on before we start talking about this Bengals game is Broderick Jones. He had a terrible game, Jerry. You think they pick up his 5th-year option?
Yeah,
it'll be around $17 million. You think they pick up a $17 million?
They do.
No way in hell. No fucking
I think they do.
Nope.
Tomlin loves him. Tomlin loves him.
$100, me and you, $100.
Deal.
No fucking shot. I'll take that $100. If they pick up his 5th-year option at $17 million.
Tomlin loves him.
No, but he sucks. He has not developed yet. I mean, he has stretches where he looks better, but man, he is a revolving door at left tackle some games. It's like he completely forgets the things that he was doing well the week before.
Yeah, no, I know, but I mean, I'm just going off of Mike T, man. Mike T has always spoke highly about him, loves him. I don't know. That's just what I'm going off of, Mike T, and just the players coach, man, just the players coach.
If they don't pick up that 5th-year option, we're going all the way back to 2017 for the last time the Steelers picked up a player's 5th-year option, and it was TJ Watt.
Wow, really?
Yes, Jerry. That's a while. That's a while. And now, another stat dating back to 2017, the Pittsburgh Steelers have not drafted a Pro Bowl player on the defensive side of the ball in any round since 2017 TJ Watt. They've not drafted a Pro Bowl player on the defensive side of the ball at any round of the draft since TJ Watt, 2017. For a team, Jerry, for a team where you think Mike Tomlin is a guru, who's a great scout of talent and everything else that goes into it. He has an eye for talent. He's the almighty Mike Tomlin. We're talking 8 fucking years. They haven't drafted a single Pro Bowl player when they focus on defense. That's supposed to be a defensive first.
Oh, yeah. That's all they draft is defense, too.
And all that money, and none of these guys that they have drafted are Pro Bowl players. Now, that could change this year with Nick Herbig, but yes, that is insane, is it not?
Yeah, that's a crazy stat, dude.
Yes. It's all the shit that when people come at me, I'm like, you want to defend Mike Tomlin, motherfucker? I have an arsenal of what. You ever see those guys in their trench coats, Jerry, where they open it up and it's just like rockets and fucking grenades and if you want to open my trench coat, I got stats and fucking numbers out my ass. They will bury you when it comes to Mike Tomlin. And that's just add it to the clip. Add it to the clip. I got another one. Jerry, I don't think that we have to talk a ton about the Bengals game. We know who the Bengals are. We've been down that road. Injury report, Darius Slay probably will be out with concussion. Thank you, Jesus. Prayers for Darius Slay. Don't want, anything terrible. I'm not one of those guys, but stay off the fucking field. Alex Highsmith doesn't practice today, has a pec injury. Broderick Jones doesn't practice today, which is interesting. He has a groin injury. He didn't practice yesterday either, so I don't know what's going on there. Corey Trice Jr., his 21-day window to be activated ended today, so his time is probably done with the Pittsburgh Steelers, I would assume.
Yeah, he's done.
They did activate Will Howard. So Will Howard will. So that's, we'll see if he ever gets in there again. I will come back to, I don't think he ever plays a meaningful snap for the Steelers. I don't see it happening, but they activated him. That's good for him. Limited in practice today was Isaac Somalo. He should be able to play this weekend, which will be nice to get him back. And then full participants was Jabril Peppers and Scotty Miller. So we should get Jabril Peppers back. Any guys we can get in that secondary, I welcome with arms wide open, just whatever it is going to take to throw, especially this week. Load them all up back there.
I feel like Duggar's been doing a good job.
I do like Duggar, Jerry. I do. I like what they're doing on that back end. That's why I would love to see Deshaun Elliott come back, and because then you get Deshaun Elliott back, and you can have Elliott and Duggar back there. Jabril Peppers rotating in as a box safety, things of that nature. If you're going to have to play a run heavy team, he has the ability to come up in the box. But if you can get, if in a perfect world, Asante Samuel Jr. is fucking good. Okay. And he's only 26. So this could be a guy that you have for 4 or 5 good years of prime football still. Okay. We're not getting him on the back end of his career like a Joe Hayden. We might still have some prime years. You have a nice little rotation between Joey Porter Jr. and Asante Samuel. And then you have all those safeties on the back end. You might be able to see Jalen Ramsey play different positions then, other than just playing the deep safety, because you're going to have Deshaun Elliott back there. So that's why it's like, if I'm out, I'm out. But there are reasons I could buy back in if this defense can continue to turn the corner as though I felt they did, even though they gave up 25 to the Chargers. I don't blame them for that. They were on the field all fucking night. You're going to be dead at the end of the game no matter what. If I had to buy back in, I could talk myself into it.
Yeah, I mean, I could talk myself into it too. I mean, we go out there and we fucking beat the fucking shit out of the Bengals and then do it again the following week to the Bears, who are fucking pretty hot right now. And you can be like, okay, they're showing some life now. Now they're putting up fucking some serious points. They're getting a bunch of first downs. They have yet to really, against I'm talking about a good team, like dominate. I know the Colts game, you could probably say that about them. They dominated that game, but that's like one game. They haven't played time of possession. I'm talking about everything, like a full entire game, for multiple games. They just haven't done that against the good teams. I'm talking about first downs, third down conversions. They're rushing the
time of possession.
Yeah, like everything.
First downs, third downs. I want to see something like 6 of 11. Where it's really like, damn, they played a fucking solid football.
I know they beat up on the Colts. Yes, they did, but they didn't have a ton of yards. They didn't have long drives,
Yep. No, we said that after the game. Yes, they won. I felt like they played very well, but the offense didn't do anything that stood out in that game.
No.
They didn't really wow us. And also, let's remember, we didn't score inside the red zone. We didn't score 4th and goal in that Colts game. If it's not for TJ Watt making that great play when the Colts are going in to score, he strip sacks it and completely turns the game. We might be down 14-0 right there. So
I know
it's that little shit that when you really look back on it with, we don't have our rose-colored glasses on and we can see it for what it is. There have been concerns peeking through as far as the offense is concerned. Now, I'm not going to slight them because they're still averaging 24 points per game. So, that's still pretty damn good, even after only scoring, 10 on Sunday. Looking at the Bengals, though, Jerry, did you hear Joe Burrow? They opened his 21-day window and he's planning to come back in 2 weeks from now.
What's their record right now?
They're 3-6, I want to say. They're fucking done. I think their season is absolutely fried. That defense is historically bad. They're not reeling off 6 or 7 straight wins. That's not going to.
I would love to see their schedule.
So, one thing I do want to say, though, and this is why I mentioned that Joe Burrow's he's eyeing coming back that Thanksgiving weekend, because the Bengals play the Ravens twice down the stretch. And if he has the ability to come back, you would get him back for 2 games against the Ravens. We just need the Ravens to slip up. If I'm still making the case that the Steelers somehow make the playoffs and we're going to try and do all of that, talk ourselves into it, if he can come back and play the Ravens twice, I think that is really something that makes things interesting. The first game he's trying to eye is that Thanksgiving weekend, November 27th, Sunday Night Football against them. What's up, guys? Just want to take a quick break to shout out our friends at Pond Lee Hockey, the new official sponsor of the Steel Here podcast. And they want to let you know that when life hits you hard, you need a team that fights for you just as hard as your favorite players. That's Pond Lee Hockey, Pittsburgh's largest work injury firm. They specialize in winning injury and workers' compensation cases and are ready to go to battle for every dollar you deserve. From start to finish, they're with you every step of the way. And the first step, a free consultation. No strings, just answers. If you've been hurt at work or in an accident, call Pond Lee Hockey today. Now let's get back to the episode. So I think that could be something that would really make things interesting. Or it's Thursday night football. It's actually Thanksgiving night, 8:20 Thursday night football.
Oh, wow.
They play us on Sunday. So if we beat them, they're 3-7. They would have to win their next 7 games to get to 10-7. That's just not going to happen. Then they play the Patriots the following week.
Yeah.
Still no Burrow. So you would think Patriots are a pretty good team. You would think they win. Then it goes Ravens, Bills, Ravens, Dolphins, Cardinals, Browns. Their last 3 are very doable.
Oh, yeah.
If Flacco can somehow squeak it out Sunday against the Steelers and we'll see what happens then when they play the Patriots.
Could you imagine if the Steelers were to finish 3rd in the division?
After this start, Jerry?
Oh, my God.
I'd be on suicide watch. I would. I'd be on suicide. Especially because then I don't even still know if they would fire Tomlin at that point in time. And if that's the case, Jerry, I have to move to just Art Rooney too. I have to. There's just no other way around it. Tomlin's not going to fire himself.
Yeah. No, he's not. And Art Rooney's not going to fire him either.
Right. And so that's why.
Listen, I said it weeks ago on the show. people are still buying tickets, right? I mean, people are still showing up, right?
Yeah.
They're still coming to the games.
It's brutal. I mean, my dad's always like, he's like, man, you need to start telling people to wear paper bags on their heads. You need to really, how the bad teams, remember when the Browns and the Bengals in the early thousands and stuff, the fans would put paper bags and just cut out the eyes and the mouth. He's like, you got to start doing that, man. He's like, there's no other way to get the message to Art Rooney that you need to move on other than to just embarrass them. And I'm like, man, I don't know how to fuck else to embarrass them. I took a billboard out that made national news last year. I don't know how else to embarrass these fucking guys, Jerry.
Yeah, I know.
Prediction time. What is your prediction Sunday, Steelers Bengals?
I think it's going to be low scoring. I do. I'm thinking like 23-14, 23-16, something like that, Steelers.
That low scoring?
Yeah, I do.
Why?
I don't know, man. I think the defense has shown like these last few weeks that they can keep games tight. They can they can play tough. They can, have drives where other teams stall, get some turnovers here and there. But I don't know, man. Just something about. I think they're on like an under streak right now, man.
You did.
The game went under. Game went under last week.
You did hit the under, you fucking dirty pig. I was so pissed.
That over-under is high. That over-under is 49.5.
48.5 as of an hour ago on DraftKings Sportsbook.
Yeah, I already got it in for 49.5.
So we'll get into the betting. I'll do the prediction. I think that the Steelers do win, and I am going to bet it. How heavily will be determined how I feel after a few drinks and at the tailgate. We'll see how that goes, but I'm going to take the Steelers to win 31-27. I think it is much higher. Yeah, I think it's much higher, Jerry. I just don't. Oh, you magically forgot how good they looked against the Steelers a month ago. You say all this shit, Jerry, about T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, and maybe those guys, they just can't stop. Maybe no one can stop them. And now suddenly the Steelers are stopping them.
Well, I think they'll get probably a touchdown each.
Yeah. So you're saying 14. So what, they're each going to get one and that's it?
Yeah. I don't think they score much this game, the Bengals. I think they're going to get they're going to get their yards. They're going to get their, catches and whatnot. But I don't know if they'll be able to finish it off. I think the Steelers defense is starting to really turn it up a little bit now.
It's interesting that you say that. Big Ben said on his podcast, he thinks that the Steelers can win by 15 plus in this game. He says he thinks that the Bengals have less than 5% chance of winning this game, and that he thinks
really,
yes. He's like, I think the Steelers defense comes out. They have multiple takeaways. He's like, I could see a world where they win by 15 plus points.
Wow.
He's like, that's just what they do. When they get embarrassed, they come back out and they play their best football. And we've said this how long now? We lose that Packers game, sky's falling. They go out and play their best game against the Colts at home. We lose this game to the Chargers, sky is falling. Are they going to go out and play their best game of the season then against the Bengals? Like it takes.
Are we 0-3 primetime this year?
Yeah, we've lost. Yeah, we are. We lost Thursday night to the Bengals. We lost Sunday night to the Packers. We just lost Sunday night to the Chargers.
Oof.
At 1 o'clock is our sweet spot. We got to stay at the 1 o'clock slot from now on.
Yeah.
Just no other way. The DraftKings Sportsbook has the line at -6 for the Steelers. So that's a pretty big line for the Steelers. I don't think we've had a line like that all season.
That's crazy.
Yes, they're pretty confident. The over-under is 48.5. You got it at 49.5, which is great. The money line for the Steelers is -250. So again, they're confident that the Steelers are taking it. Last week, Jerry took under 45.5. That hit. He has clawed himself to a 6-6 record on the season in the head-to-head betting. For those of you that are new to the show, whoever wins the head-to-head bets of me versus Jerry, the loser has to buy the winner front row seats to a game the following season. I lost last year. I won the first year. This year, I have to buy Jerry front row seats when he comes to town in 3 weeks. Is it going to be Jerry
Monday,
for the Monday Night Football Dolphins game?
Yep.
So that's going to end up being on my dime. I am 3-7, Jerry. I am ice cold. I am ice fucking cold.
What'd you have last week?
I had Rodgers over 2 passing touchdowns.
Oh, yeah.
And if he hits DK and if he throws a decent ball to fucking Jonnu, if either of those hit, I get it.
I know.
It's this little shit that's fucking costing me. So this week, Jerry, because you won your bet, you get 2 bets. What are you taking this week?
It's going to be plus money. I don't know exactly what it is. but it's usually somewhere around plus 127 to like 140. I'm going to take TJ Watt for a sack. One full sack for TJ Watt. That's my bet.
TJ Watt, anytime sack. You get one more, Jerry. Since you won, you actually get 2 bets, so you can run another.
Do you have it in front of you right now?
I do. Yeah, I'm looking at it.
What's Jalen rushing and receiving? What's his line for both?
All right, so we have rushing and receiving. So passing props, receiving props, rushing props.
It's going to be under rushing props. It's going to be rushing and receiving.
Combined rush yards. Jalen Warren. That line's probably not out yet. His rushing yards are 70 plus rushing yards is minus 137, 80 plus rushing yards is plus 108.
Wow.
Receiving props, the only 3 players that are even showing us for receiving yards props currently is Jamar T. Higgins and DK Metcalf.
What's DK? 50 plus?
DK is 50 plus is minus 129, 60 plus is plus 117.
I'll take them for my second bet. I'll do DK Metcalf 60 plus.
DK 60 plus.
You know what, for my second one.
You know what I'm betting this week, Jerry? I've bet
DK touchdown?
I've bet it the last 2 weeks. I told you I'm going to bet it till now it hits. I got to ride. I have to ride Rodgers' arm into the grave. If he's done, he's done. But I'm going down with the ship at this point. I'm taking Aaron Rodgers, 2+ passing touchdowns. I missed it for 2 straight fucking weeks. The week I don't bet it, he'll hit it. So I have to fucking take this. I need it terribly. Otherwise, this can get out of hand before it's even Thanksgiving. I might be in Jerry's seats before it's even Thanksgiving. I need to win this fucking bet. I need Aaron Rodgers to come through in the clutch for me, Jerry. There's no other way around it. I don't want you coming here for that Dolphins Monday night game, me spending thousands of dollars on these tickets and knowing I have to do it again next year as well.
Yeah, that'll suck.
Especially because even though the Steelers are not playing well right now and the Dolphins aren't playing right now, they are not playing great football. Those tickets for front row seats are still incredibly expensive.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's still going to cost me $1,000 a seat no matter what.
Oh, so yeah. Easy.
It's going to gouge me, and you're going to be sitting there the whole time knowing the same thing is coming for you next year.
Yeah. Might as well.
So
keep it going.
The only thing I can rely on is TickPick, Jerry. That's if you're gonna buy seats, thank God you can use a site like TickPick because at least I don't have to pay the fees. At $1,000 a pop to have you smiling in my face for 4 quarters is not going to be that enjoyable, but at least I know I don't have to pay the fees. So if you guys are buying seats, make sure you look at TickPick and you just never have to worry about the fees tied onto it because $1,000 a pop is going to bankrupt me at this point, Jerry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Listen, $1,000 is a lot of money, man.
Yeah, it's not a small amount. It's not a small amount, Jerry.
No, it's not.
We appreciate you guys. Is there anything else you want to add this episode, Jerry?
No, I think we hit on it. I think we hit on everything, man. Hopefully, we go out there and fucking could, dominate like we're supposed to dominate. Fucking Joe Flacco and this fucking piece of shit defense that fucking sucks. Run it up on them a little bit. If not, season's done. Season's over.
Let's do an in or out tracker every week from now on. I'm
out right now.
All right. So going into the Bengals game, Jerry Don, official stance, out on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Out.
I'm also out. My heart has been aching. I had a miserable time flying home from Los Angeles. People make funny. All I pack are Steelers clothes. I got to get better about that too. All I pack are Steelers clothes. Walking through the airport.
You got to switch it up. You got to switch it up.
I needed to just go incognito, and I didn't pack anything else. Yeah, people are fucking making jokes. I tweet that video that I'm in the stadium right when the game starts, and I'm waving the towel, and I'm like, "Let's fucking go, boys!" Chargers fans got a hold of it.
Seen that? That was a tough clip.
That was tough. I got cooked on that. So, hey, push me up in the algo. The haters sell tickets. There's no doubt about it. So, it is what it is. We appreciate you guys. Continue to like, comment, subscribe, share the show where you find it. Jerry, one of these weeks, we do need to get Steelers Almighty. He's been commenting on our YouTube every episode now.
Yeah, let's get him next week. We got to get him next week.
Well, next week we have Big Cat. Next week
the Bears, yeah.
Yes, and so next week, 100%, we do have Big Cat next week that we're recording with because we're playing the Bears. But we will set it up to have Steelers Almighty on the following week. We'll coordinate that 100%. Promise you we'll get them on the following week.
No doubt.
All right, guys. We'll see you here Sunday. Hopefully it's much better vibes.
Yep. Are we going to record Sunday?
Yeah, we'll record Sunday evening after Bengals game. I think that's our best bet. I think we have a nice little rhythm now. We record late Sunday night, and then we record late Wednesday night. We get them both out on Monday and Thursday from there.
Perfect.
All right, appreciate you guys.
We're here. We're still here.
We are still here.